Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Shinai.
And I'm Naebella.
And we are two divine women. Welcome back, everybody. We have got a special guest today. You might have seen her on In My City. She is the host, and she was nice enough to invite both of us on her last episode where we answered questions and we had a little girls talk.
That was so much fun.
That was a great time, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh my gosh.
So, tell the people who you are.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I'm Lori Lovell-Barr, host of In My City, and today I'm a special guest on Two Divine Women.
I love the way she said that. So, first I'm going to ask you ladies, how was your weekend? How was your week?
Oh my gosh. My week was very, very hectic because we just finished shooting season 2 of In My City.
Oh, nice.
So I'm very, very excited about that. So, but it was a rush. It was a rush of stuff. So, I'm just glad. I'm glad it's done.
Cool. Shinai?
My week was pretty good, but I did have a little awkward moment. So I went to the gym, right, with a friend of mine, very handsome fellow, if I do say so myself.
Ooh.
And he was trying to guess my weight. It was random, but it wasn't a weird thing. He was just having part of the conversation, right? And so I'm like, I bet there's a scale in here. Because I don't even know how much I weigh at this point.
Okay.
So we see 2 different types of scales. We see like the old school scale that they have in the doctor's office. And it gets stuck and you're like, wait. And then they had the little regular modern scales.
Okay.
So I get on the first one and I'm like, that's not how much I weigh. Get on the second one and I'm like, okay, that is how much I weigh. Cool, no problem. I get off the scale and the lady reads how much I weigh out loud twice. So I was like, okay, you just gonna put me on blast like that? She was loud.
Petty boo.
And it was a woman?
It was a woman.
But we know better than that.
I thought you were supposed to be on my team.
That's a girl code.
Yeah, you just, you know how we feel about our weight and stuff. Like
You ask a woman her weight, her age.
Nah.
You don't.
Just sabotage
And
me.
twice?
Twice.
Ooh.
Talk about a bad friend, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, how was your week?
My week was good. I just want to say happy belated Juneteenth, guys.
Yes.
We celebrated that. I'm just so thankful, to be us women of color. I had a pretty good week. It wasn't stressful, which was good, basically. So yeah. So, did you want to tell people what our show is about?
So, Two Divine Women, we talk about a variety of topics. Topics that are light as self-love, topics that basically involve something that everybody can relate to. And we also cover the gamut of deeper topics like mental health, trauma, addiction, and so forth. But we give our perspectives on it.
Right.
And we both love flowers, so we decided to incorporate different flowers and their meanings in every episode. And for this one, we've got...
For this one, it's a rose. So basically, rose comes in all different type of colors.
Yes.
So you have the yellow rose that resembles, friendship, love, things of that nature. Then you have the white rose that resembles humility, innocence. You have the orange rose that resembles, vibrant admirations. And then you have one of my favorite roses is the red rose. And that rose resembles so much. It resembles, love, sexiness. And then also I kind of go down to the thorns to where those resembles hard topics.
Oh, I love that.
Like the things that are like really difficult to talk about, So that's what the roses side stands for.
Okay.
I have always had an affinity for sunflowers. They're sunny, they're yellow. In some cultures, that like the Yoruba faith, the goddess Oshun, her flower is the sunflower. She's the goddess of love.
Really?
So, yeah.
Very healing.
Very empowering, very healing. So we're going to incorporate the sunflower as well in this topic because it's something that is kind of lighthearted. And sunflowers, of course, have the joyous element to it. They have the lighthearted, creative element to it. So we're going to give you guys a mixture of both the rose and the sunflower and to incorporate those meanings into our discussion today.
Oh my gosh, I so love that.
Are you ready?
Well, I am, but I've been eyeing a little accessory candy.
Oh.
You mean this stuff here?
Yes, some accessory candy.
And you got
So,
some stuff on.
I
Look at you with
do.
your little earrings.
I do. I'm a
Wow.
seafoam, sea gift kind of girl.
From Sea Gifts.
That is nice.
Yes, and
You
you
like
got
it?
some on too.
Yeah.
I do.
They are gorgeous. So, will you do us the honor and tell us about Seafoam Sea Gifts?
I'm so glad you asked, Lori. Seafoam Sea Gifts is a Black-owned business, and it's basically a company that has jewelry. So you have necklaces like these that have natural materials.
That
You've
is
got the
gorgeous.
pearls.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And look at the design; it's very unique.
It is different.
And you've got things like bookmarks, so accessories. How cute is this?
I so want that one.
And I am still a paper girl to my heart.
Are you too?
Yes, I still love a good
I'm
hard
There's
not
cover.
nothing like a book.
Listen, nothing, no knocks against Kindles, but I'm old school, so I like a book. I need hardcover, leaves.
I know what you mean.
Paper, pages, so I can turn. So I am actually going to buy this off of you, yes, because
No.
Queen. They're fighting
guess
over it,
she can
y'all.
have
That
it.
means the supplies are
I
not
thought
going to
that
last
was a
long.
special gift. So
You-
guys,
I'll let her have it.
So here's my thing. How do I get one of these besides being here on your show today?
Besides that, so you can go online to www.etsy.com/shops/Seafoam Sea Gifts. That's all together. So you're gonna find your creative jewelry made of natural stones. You're gonna find your hair accessories as well. Look at that. That's cute. And everything is affordable and of course Black owned. So
I like it.
yes.
My life.
And you guys might see some new products popping up in the future.
Oh,
Keep your
I'm
eyes
excited
peeled.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Be on the
excited.
lookout.
Cool.
Oh, I'm excited
So let's
about
get into
your
this
show.
today's topic.
Yes.
Shania.
Shania, that's me. So we are here to talk about friendships and frenemies.
Oh, that's
Oh.
a good one.
That really is a good one.
Yes.
With 2019, that is a great one.
Yeah.
There's the whole thing of no new friends, but we can also obviously agree that you need friends in your life. You need a support group. You need people who have your back. And you need to be able to discern who's worth being in your life and who's not, especially if you're trying to go places in the world, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. True.
I agree.
Yes. So what do y'all think makes a good friend?
Ooh, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Lori, no, I'm playing.
So I know basically, for me, a good friend is someone that you can lean on in your time of need, but without you trying to grasp all of their attention, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, you may have that one friend that is able to come at the drop of a dime, but if they can't, you can understand that. You have that bond. It's like, okay, well, she's not my friend because she didn't come at 1:30 in the morning when I'm going through something with my boyfriend or whatever. You have that respect and that boundary. Like, it's 1:30 in the morning. Who knows what that person has going on?
Yeah.
So you have that respect and that that communication. I think that it's one trait that makes a real good friend.
Respect and communication, that's a good one.
Yes. I think loyalty and honesty. I think those are very important. And when I mean loyal, I mean that you just like you said, you have my back, and not have my back when I'm wrong, where the honesty comes in at. I think that as a friend, you need to tell me when I'm wrong.
Yeah. Don't enable.
Yeah, don't enable me.
have to grow.
That is so good. Yes, you have to grow. So enabling me is not a good thing. I need you to tell me the truth. If I'm asking, we're going out, this is always my favorite. If I'm asking you how I look in this dress, don't try to be cute and sweet and say, girl, you are rocking it. And I'm not. Tell me, like, girl, go change. That does not look cute.
We gonna find you something
Be
else.
real.
Exactly. Be real. Be
Nobody
real.
got time for fake friends.
Exactly,
Right.
but also be loyal. I'm not one to talk about my girlfriends behind their back or any of my friends behind their backs. I'm more of, again, if there's something that I don't like that you did, I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to be loyal in the way of, if I hear somebody talking about you, I'm not one to gossip. I'm just going to be like, listen, I'll stop the conversation. Like,
Right.
listen. Me and her are friends, he and I are friends, so please refrain
Right.
from that kind of conversation
Around me,
with me.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think what you guys said was really important. Communication, trust is very important. But I think to be accepting and supportive without doing it to the point of, like you said, enabling, that's a big thing. Because if you're someone who's trying to make it in this world, you need people to have your back. And it's better to have positive friends who are going to be able to support your vision.
Yes.
Also, friends who are putting in effort. I don't like lazy friends. I'm not saying that you have to go through conniptions of trying to contact me.
True.
We all have lives.
Yes.
But if you're making excuses and you're like, oh, I can't do this because this, or like if you get a new man and you fall off the face of the earth, and then as soon as he breaks up with you, you are beating down my door. That's selfish. You need to sit down
so
somewhere.
selfish.
That's so selfish. It's like you have to be able to find that balance within yourself.
Yes.
But, you know, sometimes people need you. I'm not saying that you have to be there for one friend, because nobody likes a draining and like energy vampire type of friend. But definitely have your friends back and try to balance being there for your friend while also being there for yourself. You have to be a good friend to yourself first, as cheesy as that is, because
Not
it's about a
cheesy at all.
relationship. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Cool. So we talked about different character traits of a good friendship.
Yes.
What are the signs of a frenemy?
Oh, a frenemy. I love the word. I just love the word frenemy.
What do you think, Shinai?
Shinai, what does Shinai think about this?
I love
I
how
have
you use
so
third
many.
person.
Third person.
I have so many examples. I guess that says a lot about me. Maybe I was a little blind when I was young, because I realized, I look back and I'm like, I thought you were a friend and you weren't. So do you guys ever have that where you're like, I thought you had my back, but you didn't? The whole time. Sometimes your loyalty, I think, can blind you to the reality of how
Very true.
like fake someone is.
Yeah.
You know? So frenemy to me, someone who is wanting to be in your life for the benefits, but they don't really care about you.
Yes.
You're
Users.
smart. Yeah, users and abusers.
Yes.
People who are gonna put you down. You know, they'll be in your face and they'll be talking to you. Oh, you know, you look so cute. Blah blah blah. I'm so proud of you. Behind your back, they're saying the opposite. They can't be supportive. They're negative.
Right.
They're wanting to compete with you.
Yes.
I think I said a lot. I don't want to take too much from y'all. So
With me, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to use it in the third person, like there are signs that you see. Let's say, just to throw an example out there, you would see people be in a large group or circle, and you're in that group because you have the other friends that you're close to. Let's say we have this circle, and I don't like Shinai.
dang.
I'm just saying, I don't like her. So, but I rock with you, and you set up a little shin thing, and you invite Shinai. I'm gonna tolerate her because of you. So in that bigger, larger group, I can't stand her. But hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put up that facade.
Yeah.
Because I'm hanging out with you guys. So that's just my take on it. And that's gonna be with friends, family members, just the different types of people. Like, and maybe or you can know it and you feel the same thing about me. And you too are putting that facade because you rock with Lori, but you're gonna, fake the funk because I'm here.
So do you feel like in that case, both women should be vocal about not speaking to each other? Because imagine
Yes.
if Lori was like, y'all need to get along. I know you guys don't like each other, but, we're adults. How do you feel the fakeness transitions into that?
I think a conversation should be had so that way both women or men know where they stand. So they're not faking the funk, they're just being cordial.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
I have a point to make, but I've been actually honored to do this part. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey guys, catch In My City on EBN Network Fridays.
All of my girls are so fly. Yeah.
And we're back, guys. So, Lori, we left off on being cordial with the two women or two men, how they want to be around in, their circle. So you
Yes.
wanted to touch on that.
Yes, because I think men do it better than women. Like, you can actually have those conversations. I think because men don't really care.
They don't.
So, so they can actually have that conversation like, dude, I don't really like you, but this is my guy, and I'm going to respect you. We're going to be in each other's space. So if you stay over there, I stay over here, we're going to be good.
Why can't we do that?
Because
though?
we're so
Emotions.
friggin' catty. Oh my gosh, we're so catty. So I think with mature women, we're able to do that. emotional women, that's how I'm going to phrase it.
There you go.
It's a little bit harder to have those conversations. Like, I know I don't like you. You don't like me. So.
And we gonna leave it like that.
Right. So we kind of just be like, okay, so we're in the same room together. Oh, okay. But I think we should work on those kinds of things.
I agree, because growth is important.
Yes.
Whether it's with friends, whether it's within yourself, you're here to grow. I mean, I'm pretty sure you grew physically. You wasn't going to stay a baby all your life. So growth is really important. That is really true.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys and friends, I have heard of a very, very, very interesting experience of two guys who were friends for a long time. Like, they're in their 30s now, but they were friends from when they were in high school. They were like two peas in a pod. And recently, one of the guys was in a relationship with a girl. And he was always hanging out with his friend or whatever. So it'd be like three of them. And if his friend had a girl he was dating, it'd be four of them. So they spent a lot of time with each other, what have you, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing, one friend stops talking to the other friend. He snapped at his friend. I don't know what the reason was, but it seemed like something very petty. And then the friend who got snapped on found out that his guy friend was dating his ex-girlfriend.
So they do have the women type.
You would never think about it, but some guys do that. And I guess he was plotting on homegirl, because
I thought they had Geico.
That's what I thought. But
It's 2019. Y'all. Yeah, I gotta be careful.
it's crazy because she was flirting with him, and it's like, even if she was flirting with him, it's still your responsibility to
Geico.
say, stop it,
that was
Tatiana.
Geico. Yeah.
Tatiana.
No. So
She said.
but yeah, she was plotting on him, and I guess he was liking it, and they're still together as far as I know. And I'm like, I would never do something like that. And that is really a violation of so many different levels of friendship. Talk about competition, talk about trust, talk about respect.
I agree.
That's surely a frenemy.
And in the midst of that, though, you said that I guess the couple was still together. There was growth in that. The person see, okay, you did X, Y, and Z. I'm going to have this conversation with you, and then we're going to move forward. It was growth. See, they would have been well in their rights if they wanted to sever, the relationship. But they took the higher road. They were the adult. They showed growth.
The couple?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just saying, from the outside looking in, that if it seems like that they actually got past it, then that's what I.
Well, I don't think it was
it.
ever an issue for them because they were both like plotting on each other. So I think they
I
just
take that back.
selfishly,
I didn't know that one.
they just selfishly were like, "Oh, you want this? I want that too," and that's it. But I think the friend who had the girl, who like the ex of the friend, he was the one who grew.
Okay.
So when you talk about growth, you're absolutely right. He accepted it and he even forgave them.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
There's
that's
that
what
growth.
she was. I
You're
think that's what she was
absolutely-
talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was right about that.
Okay.
So
Cool. So that was your personal story about frenemies and friends. So my thing, what I want to touch on is when you actually say, okay, this person is a frenemy, I think you should actually like self-reflect and say to yourself, do I want to continue with this friendship? Because maybe at one point you guys were cool. Maybe you guys were the best of friends, and like somewhere along the lines, wires got crossed. So you should tell yourself, what is it inside me that's actually hanging on to this person? Because if it's a quick sever and cut, then you could just, be done with it. But if you do want to rekindle that friendship, or if you want to, rebuild that bond, you should ask yourself and have that conversation with that person, because you guys need to have an open and vulnerable conversation, so that way both people know exactly where you stand. Because if you don't, they're going to still do it.
of course.
I think it's very important that just like anything or anyone in your life, each other's strengths and weaknesses. Right. So if it is that you can still be friends with this person, like you said, why are you guys friends? Is there something in them, some attribute in them that you can see that is a benefit for the relationship?
Right.
Not for you per se, but
Right.
for the relationship.
Exactly.
And to add that, I think some people are eager to have friends, or they see someone they like that they don't recognize that there's signs that they can look for in a
Yes.
bad friend.
Yes.
Y'all have any examples of like what frenemy signs look like?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say, and I don't know if you can actually see this, but I'm going to say the competition. Like if you say,
Always
Oh,
competing
girl,
with me.
how are you today? Oh, I'm good. I just got my car. Oh, that's cool. I got my car last week too. It's like you always have that one up in that conversation when it's really not necessary.
Right.
So I think that's like a kind of trait or something to look for. They're always one upping you in, the conversation.
I think also one is what you call the Joneses.
Keeping
Keeping up with the Joneses. Watch your friend like that too.
Yeah. I agree.
You like again, that goes right back to competition. You shouldn't be in competition with each other. I think one of the things that I love about my friends are how well that they're doing. I aspire to be better because of the people I have around me.
Your circle.
Right? But I don't want what they have.
True.
Right.
And I'm more appreciative of what they have.
Right.
And what they've been blessed with, because their gifts are theirs.
For them.
Right? They're not for me.
That's their lane.
Yeah.
Right.
I think looking out for toxic behaviors like passive aggression or like people who are put downs, they can't be happy for you.
Yeah.
So like they always got to find, like, let's say you're an amazing singer and you have thousands of fans and you got that one person who you're kind of like cool with but you're not, and they got to find a flaw with you. Oh, you sound good but your outfit was trash. That will damage your self-esteem. I know self-esteem is personal, but if you have that kind of negative energy around you, that's going to get in your head, especially if it's coming from someone you think is a friend or
And you value that.
Right. Or it's a faded relationship. Maybe y'all weren't as cool as you used to be, but that person has to be like, oh, that's cool that you're successful, but you're greedy because you're buying things. Well, who doesn't want to enjoy their success? You work hard, so you're entitled. But if someone can't be happy for you,
shooting me in the gym,
right? Like if they can't be happy for you, you know that they're insecure.
Yes.
And insecure people are gonna make other people feel insecure because they're projecting all that energy at you.
Misery loves company.
Oh my gosh, does misery love company? I think those are some really good examples of
I agree.
frenemies. And I think we gave great examples of friendships. Yeah.
We did.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
But you know what, y'all? There's a YouTuber I think talks a lot about this. Her name is Cassandra Mack, and she organizes a website called strategiesforempowerliving.com. She's always dropping gems about friendships. She comes from a biblical perspective, and if y'all want to look her up, she's Cassandra Mack on YouTube. She's great. So that's today's gem.
Excellent.
Nice. Thank you, Lori, for being here. But before you go, tell a little bit about your show.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me today. In My City is a podcast about businesses. I interview businesses on locations, new businesses, established businesses, and I get their information out there also. Not only businesses, we do artists. I'm giving a little bit too much away of season 2, but we're doing some interesting people that we're just getting their concepts out to the people. So that's in My City.
So y'all need to pay attention to this because you never know whose business could be featured in this podcast.
Good one. That's real good, Shinai.
Yeah. So where do we find you? Where does everybody look for you?
Oh, you follow me on Facebook and Instagram on EB Network.
Nice. So I believe that's it for today's episode. You can follow us on our social platforms.
You better, not could. We gonna find you if you don't.
Behave, Shinai.
I'm just trying to get the people motivated, all right? Y'all better listen.
You can follow. Hey,
Sorry.
you can follow us on our social media platforms, and that wraps up today's show.
Stay blessed, y'all.